Happy Vlogmas! I am so excited to be able to share this with you. I do plan on sharing my workouts, sharing my my hopes, my dreams, the road to bikini competition. Also wanted to end up going ahead and kind of sharing my story. I know it's probably too early. You're wondering why the heck are you sharing your story so early into your YouTube, but maybe something might strike a chord with you. So basically what happened was, this is now December, that's the tree, and Vlogmas, yay! Gosh, I feel like an idiot, but that's okay. Anyway, so a year and a half ago, I had just moved into a new neighborhood. I had this beautiful big rescue boxer. He was a bait dog, and so he was a little more high-strung than normal, but he was my baby. We ended up moving into a new neighborhood. We were walking, and subsequently, when we were walking home, a street sweeper was coming around the corner, and he decided to annihilate the sucker. And in doing that, I got clipped from behind and fell off the grass that was on the side. And whenever I fell, the top of my foot was actually up back behind and touching my butt. And so me being clumsy, I laughed and said, hey, yeah, I've fallen and I can't get up. Unfortunately, I really couldn't get up. And so I ended up getting some great people to be able to help me off the road and gather my dogs. Went to the emergency room and that sort of thing. And in that road, I found out that I completely severed some ligaments in my knee, my MPFL. It's medial patellar femoral ligament. It's the thing that helps keep one of the multiple ligaments that help keep your kneecap in place. And so anyway, it was completely severed, and I also had fractured my leg. So it was a long, hard road. It was one of the most traumatic things that I've ever encountered. But in doing that, I atrophied a lot, and of course gained weight. And it took a long time for them to kind of figure that out. But whenever I went to a fantastic orthopedic in Dallas, he ended up telling me that, you know what, girl, you don't have to get surgery. All you have to do is work out. And so I was like, okay, great. So I barely had any mobility in my knee. And whenever I ended up coming back, and I was part of a gym already, and I would kind of hobble into the gym thinking, okay, well, maybe I can work out a little bit just on my own. You know what? I would walk right back out because I was so scared. Excuse my dogs, they're being dogs. But I was so scared that I was going to hurt myself again. And so it was a year, and the anniversary, I'm a hairdresser, and so on the anniversary of that, I'm still hobbling to my car. I have part mobility in my knee. I did do physical therapy shortly after I ended up getting hurt, but the insurance allows us to only get 20% mobility. Yay, insurance. So that's all they would pay for. So anyway, fast forward, the anniversary came, and you know, I'm one of those people to be pissed off. So much so that it pissed off about my life situation, the whatever, to where, or so uncomfortable in that, to where it's a catalyst for change. So I decided to figure out what I could do to make changes to be able to hire a trainer. Now, I always thought that was way out of my league because trainers are expensive. It was about $300 a month because I would work with him twice a week to be able to do, and he would give me my workouts for the rest of the week. But I looked at it, I was eating out all the time. I ended up going ahead and I'm a clothes horse, so I love clothes. So I figured, okay, well, I would reward myself for clothes if I was still consistent. And I would stop eating out and at least limit it to one time a week. So I ended up going ahead and hiring the trainer, and it was hard and it was scary. But then as it happened, I started realizing, okay, so the purpose was for me to get mobility and strengthen my knee, because they said that if I could strengthen the muscles in my leg and in my quads and such, that would actually stabilize my knee and I could live a normal active life. I mean, of course, I'm not a 5-star athlete. I'm a 5-star klutz, but not a 5-star athlete. So anyway, I started working out. Well, I started realizing, like, I started seeing like the shape of muscles and quads underneath my fluff in my legs, and I'm excited. I get excited about that. Well, then I ended up going ahead and started looking. I am 44 years old, and I know a lot of 40-year-old women that just are like, well, I'm getting older, and they accept where they are. They don't like it, but they accept, oh, well, this is just part of getting older. You look frumpy, or, whatever. And, life happens, you have kids or you have job, and so on and so forth. Well, I started looking into, what a fit 44-year-old could look like. And I would see all these fitness competition women that looked like late 20s, early 30s, and they look hot. And I'm like, damn, I want that. So I started taking screenshots and sending, like, this is what I want my back to look like. This is what I want my legs to look like. This is what I want my abs to look like, or even kind of close to that. This is what, I want my arms to look like. And so as he's going, yeah, we can definitely do that, not a problem. So I'm working out and I'm seeing some muscle. It's kind of a slow progression, but I'm seeing some muscle, but I'm still kind of not really eating very healthy. I'm trying to be more whole foods oriented. And you know what? I ended up asking him, like, what do you suggest? Where are some resources that I can end up doing? He says, go to Google Scholar. Well, that's like, get right with God, but you don't give someone a Bible. When you say you need to get your nutrition in order, you really need to, give people a road or resources or something. So I turned to YouTube and I started looking into that. I started being able to do, and I'm one of those people to where I go down rabbit holes. I am ADD to the max most times. That's why I do hair. It's, 30, 45 minutes for a haircut and I'm good. And then on to the next thing. So I go down all these rabbit holes with, Pinterest, of course, is awesome, yet the devil, but can go through that, do, blogs and so on and so forth. And I found a lot of great resources for that. So I started looking into that. Well, then, of course, I started being more and more healthy. I started seeing results. I started losing weight and started losing inches. And I've lost about 25 pounds over, this is April, about 6. I can't do math. That's funny. All right, 12. Anyway, since April of this year, and now it's December, right? So, 8 months, I believe. So anyway, over that time frame, and I've lost a few inches. I went from a size 14 to a size 6 so far. And I still have fluff, I still have wigglies and jigglies, but I see muscle, I see that, and I get motivated by that. I see that change. I actually, whenever I work out now, my goal is to work out to where I'm crawling to the car, to where I am beat jello and want to be sore the next day and even later that day. Is it fun to be sore? No, but I know that's an indication that I've done something, that it's worth my time to go into the gym, to be uncomfortable for that, so that I can transform to get me to where I want to be. So anyway, with doing that and the transformation for that, I started realizing, okay, well, I need to have a better goal rather than just to be fit or just to look like that, because that's not quite attainable. I mean, it is attainable, but we could always be working towards that, and it could actually spiral out of control and go into an unhealthy area. So I wanted to put a date towards it and try to see. And because I was looking at these fitness competitions, these bikini competition, yes, when you see bikini competitions, they're tiny, and some of them are kind of scary looking because they are so ripped. But the thing is that they prep so much right before that's not how, throughout the year, that's not how they really are. And I realized that it's going to be a hard road. I realized that it's going to be rough on the body, but as long as I'm smart about it, as long as I have people to help me be able to get to that in a healthy, manageable way, I would love to be able to do that, because you never know until you try. And I really see a long-term benefit to this, because I really want to end up being able to do competition on a regular basis. But of course I haven't been there yet. I haven't gotten to that point yet, but that's my goal, is that, you know, whenever I go after something, I want to go after the top mark. So I'd like to end up eventually getting a pro card. But I digress, because the thing is right now it's a struggle. It's a struggle because I still have the old way of wanting to eat. And like yesterday, I was apparently carb loading because that's all I ate yesterday. I have to learn to focus myself, which is not an easy thing. I told you I'm ADD. I have to learn to be able to meal plan, to be able to do my workouts and be consistent in that. So we started out with not being consistent with Vlogmas. Well, this is again a way for me to be able to talk to you and share my struggles, and then you keep me accountable. So anyway, that's where I'm at. I am now plant-based. I did end up watching, you know, the What the Health and Forks Over Knives. Forks Over Knives was the one that really struck a chord with me. I'm doing it for health reasons, because I'm already lactose intolerant. I found that once I've been plant-based for 5 months now, and I have so much energy. I feel more vibrant. I don't feel so sluggish or weighed down. And I look forward to my foods, because my foods have become more vibrant in taste and in texture and in color. It's absolutely wonderful. But you know, with us being in Texas, everything has cheese on it, everything has butter on it. So I do have to be a little bit more mindful with that. So I'll be sharing you my tips and tricks on that as I go through. But anyway, I know this is like super long, but I wanted to be able to kind of share my heart with you, be able to end up going ahead and seeing what y'all think. Please do comment below, subscribe, and I will get back to you. Anyway, I hope that this channel is going to be informative for you, that it will be able to help you so that you know that you're not alone in this, and maybe we can end up working together to live our best life, live our most audacious life, and hopefully we can tackle and be fantastic together. All right, thanks. Y'all have a great day.